I'm racist, and this video is about me being racist. In 2006, I stayed in South London for a few weeks with a friend in between rental periods on two houses. And one day I came home from work early and walked past the local secondary school in Streatham just as the kids were coming out. And I was surprised to see that a lot of the black kids were being picked up by their dads. And I remember thinking, oh, wow, I didn't realise that. Black dads do stick around. Now, obviously, I'm not proud of this. And at the time, I think if somebody had come up to me at a party or something and said, black dads don't stick around, I would have argued with them and said, of course they do. Because intellectually, in my higher brain, I know, and I did know, that black dads stick around. But somehow, subconsciously, I had acquired the idea that they didn't. You see, one of the problems with racism is that our brains are actually designed for prejudice, in the sense that they are designed to pick up cues from the world around us and take shortcuts to understanding how the world works. And that would be fine if we didn't live in a racist society. But in a racist society, we are constantly bombarded with messages about races and what the essential nature of those races are. Messages that just aren't true, that aren't accurate. And I think in some ways, the people who are overtly racist, who admit to being racist, who are white supremacists, are easier to contend with because we know that they're there and they are conscious of their bias and we can debate it with them and argue it with them. But it's the people like me who claim not to be racist, who claim that we are somehow immune from this disease in our society, that can be the really dangerous ones. Because if we don't admit to ourselves that we carry this prejudice, how on earth can we ever deal with it? Now, I know that the argument is often given that we can't have people second guessing themselves and constantly on guard about, oh, am I being racist? Am I not? But the fact is, the burden of racism has to be borne by somebody. If I don't make a conscious effort to not be racist, then it will be people of color around me who have to take that burden on my behalf. And that just can't be right. What that moment in Streatham taught me is that I have no room for complacency. Saying that I'm anti-racist, being intellectually opposed to racism is no guarantee of not being racist. And the job of combating racism belongs to all of us, and it is an ongoing job.
I watched this TikTok. This may be an unpopular opinion, but to me, it wasn't racist what he thought. I do agree with there are some people, and they can fall on the liberal side as far as their politics, who they think they're not racist or prejudiced or bigoted and will say some of the most bigoted, prejudiced, and racist things. That is true. And I feel more comfortable with people who outright say, I don't like black people. Do I care that you like black people? No, I don't. But at least I know where you stand. And it's those people who literally do not think that they're being passive aggressive, that they're being racially insensitive at all, that can be dangerous and get under your skin. So I do agree with that part. As far as him walking past the school and seeing black fathers pick up their children and saying, oh, they do stick around. First of all, that's no guarantee that they stuck around. They could just be picking up the kids because the mother needed them to do that. That doesn't mean that they're in the home. That doesn't mean that they are engaged with their children. That doesn't mean that they are taking care of their children properly. That just means that it's a possibility that this child is in a good home, but it's also a possibility that he's just picking up his child because it's something that the mother needs. That doesn't mean that he is engaged, involved, and present and emotionally available to that child. I myself, if I see a black family together, mother, father, out, intact, that's surprising and shocking to myself. as a black woman. I would just tell him what he thought was not racist is just reality, because within our community, we do have men who take care of their children. They are out there. You can find them. But for the most part, we have to tell the truth and say that there are a lot of generations who will sit up here and say they know nothing about their father. Even if their mother was married to their father was not present. He wasn't anyone who was influential in their life. And these men say on social media that the way younger generations act is because they've been with their mothers and they didn't have a father there. And they talk about the percentile of single mothers within our community as if that is a slight to the woman when it's actually a slight to them. So if they're putting that information out there, someone like Corey Holcomb is literally saying that he just wanted to have an orgasm and a child was brought into this world. If the person doesn't care about the mother, they don't care about the child that was brought forth between the union. I'm sorry, that's not racist to think, especially when the very men put this information out there. And then when you talk to black children from every generation, every walk of life, you have a lot of them saying that they grew up not knowing their father, or it wasn't really a good experience within the home. So I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think. Do you believe what he thought was racist or no? Let me know why you think that, and I will see you in the next one.